have done this 70 times. This is our 70th graduation. And I'm sure Flash knows how many graduates there are. I don't know off the top of my head, but we keep on increasing that number every few months, and we are very, very proud of it.
We're almost 1,900.
1,900, yay! And of course, we are celebrating 25 years next year, so 24 years of almost 1,900 graduates, so that's pretty good. And I'm going to take credit for the last 6 years, I think. So between me and our team, we are very, very grateful and gratified that you guys have joined our drug court and have done what is necessary to be in the position that you are right now, and that is a graduate of our Greater Cleveland Drug Court. So again, welcome, and thank you for saying that you're going to do it. And even if you didn't want to do it, you did it anyway, and you stayed with it. And I see, is that Amanda over there shaking her head? I'm glad that you decided that you were going to stick with it because this was worth it. And of course, it was not easy. And I'm sure you've heard me say many times that anything worth having is always difficult to get there. So again, you know, law school for me was not easy, but just because it wasn't easy, I wasn't going to give up. So any goal that you have, just because it's difficult, still keep striving, keep striving. And of course, you know, I'm still learning, Dr. Moore is still learning, you guys are still learning, you're still going to keep on that sobriety, because sobriety is a lifelong goal, right? It's not just a goal that you have for February the 28th, 2022, but it should be for the rest of your life. So it's something that is going to be lifelong. All right, so thank you for all the guests that are here, and we have two special guests today. We have a former graduate, and we also have Dr. Moore. And thank you, Dr. Moore, for hosting us. We appreciate that. We have Dr. Moore, give her a hand, and her very hospitable staff. And it's always a nice, safe place for us to come. And I'm so glad that we are able to have our 70th graduation here. So we're going to get right into our program. And I have to remember that we still have people over here on Zoom. And we have our graduate, and that's Hallie Siegel. And I'm sure that she has lots to say about having been in drug court and having been a graduate. And so we are always pleased to have somebody who graduated come back and give us remarks. And so I'll present to you Ms. Hallie Siegel.
All right, so I'm a little nervous. I don't usually do stuff like this, but anything for drug court, I owe them my life. So I am deeply honored to be here today. I owe drug court for everything they have done for me, and I will forever be grateful. I want to first start off by saying congrats to all the graduates. I personally know how hard that program can be to complete, and you have to be able to be 100% honest with yourself and others. Do the work and just trust the process. Next, I would like to thank drug court and Nora for saving my life and not giving up on me when I had given up on myself. Hi, my name is Hallie, and I'm grateful recovering alcoholic addict, and I'm 23 years old. And on April 10th, I will have 4 years clean. When I first came to drug court, Sorry, I lost my spot. When I first came to drug court, I was lost and confused. I had no idea who I was anymore. I didn't want to do drug court. I had been to 5 other rehabs, and nothing worked for me. I tried my hardest to get put in jail so I could just complete my time, but Judge Moore had other plans for me. I owe drug court for not giving up on me when I gave up on myself. I have been through so much in my short life that nobody should have to go through. At the end of my using, I had no self-respect for myself. I didn't care whether I lived or died. I couldn't see a future for myself. Since graduating drug court, June of 2020, I have had so many amazing things happen in my life. I got a job working at a vet's office, and whoever knows me knows I love working with animals. I have a credit score today, a house, a car. I get to care for animals today. I started college this January to become a vet tech. If it weren't for drug court, I wouldn't be able to do the job I can do today. The cravings have been lifted from me, and I no longer have a desire to use. If you would have told me that possibility 3 years ago, I wouldn't have believed it. It's a miracle. So everyone, be proud of all that you have accomplished, and don't settle for anything less than what you deserve. Keep doing what you have been doing to bring yourself to the point you are at now, and continue to set goals for yourself and reach them. Don't let drug court be the last accomplishment. Push yourself to achieve more.
What an excellent, dramatic life arc you just showed us. And we have many more Halleys out there. And it's because of our team. We have a wonderful, wonderful team. And shout out for our team. And we're going to introduce them at some point during this ceremony. But our team is the best, and we are probably the best drug court in Ohio. So you are blessed to have come into our orbit, and I'm glad that you are. So again, one of our main team members and providers, as you know, you're sitting in more counseling and mediation in their wonderful facility. And so we're going to hear from the proprietor and I guess the creator of this wonderful organization. She saw a need in the community. She filled that niche and has done so with grace. And we are so grateful that they are a resource in our community. So without further ado, Dr. Martina Moore.
Well, thank you, Judge Moore, and thank you for having me. Hallie, that was beautiful. Thank you for that. It's stories like that and testimonies like that that keep us going, and so we really appreciate that. And thank you to our graduates and everyone that's here and the team that does such a great job. I just want to speak to you real briefly today about Against All Odds. So you've completed a great goal here, and I know this was not easy. All right, you've accomplished a great deal. You had to go through 5 phases, and some of you went through the phases a couple of times. I know how that works. You had to stay sober and keep working at this, and sometimes that urine screen didn't come back quite like it was supposed to, so we had to start that all over again. You had to attend treatment, get some employment, get some stable living, attend court week after week after week sometimes. You had to show up for your drops, over and over again, colors changing, phases changing. You had to pay those fees, right? Had to do that. You had to attend the wellness programs, and Judge Moore's putting on some wonderful wellness programs with things like yoga and things like that. You had to show up for your case management sessions, and don't miss a case management session. You don't want to become non-compliant. And some of you had to spend a weekend or a few days, spending back behind the doors again, just spending a little bit of time. But you did it. And so others will minimize your accomplishment. Other people will look at you and say, oh, okay, you went through that little program, you did that. But you must not minimize this accomplishment. You worked hard at this. You did what others didn't do. And others will remind you of your past. They'll remind you of your mistakes, your faults, your shortcomings, but you must not. While your past is a part of the process, it does not define who you are becoming. You have succeeded at something that the research says that the majority of people do not succeed at. It is very rare that people succeed at this. And so what you have done is major. The definition of a graduation is to pass from one stage to the next. This is your time that you're passing to the next stage. Now, this next stage is going to have some challenges, just like all the rest of them. However, during this past stage, you've learned some coping skills. that will assist you in the next stage. You've learned how to build upon your resilience. You've gained what we call self-efficacy, which is the ability to believe in yourself and to see that you can complete a task or a goal. Now, as you keep going, you're going to have to remind yourself, I did it last time, and I will do it again. You're going to have to surround yourself with people who will feed you in a positive way and will not pull you down or will not talk you down from your potential. See, people will count you out because of your past. They'll remind you of everything you did, where you came from, what you didn't do. And as long as you keep believing in yourself, that's what matters. See, I was counted out. Yes, Dr. Moore, I wasn't always here with all these titles and all these accolades and all of this. I was counted out from birth. I was born to two parents who were in active addiction. And at 6 months, I was put in foster care. I was a foster child, and most people don't realize that until I was of age 5. And I was born with a deficit. They told me that I wouldn't be, they told the caregivers that I wasn't going to be able to walk because I had a problem with my spine. And so they said she would never be able to walk, and I had a stutter. I had a stutter so bad because of the trauma that I experienced that I was afraid to talk. As a matter of fact, I remember I would always be quiet. I wouldn't say anything. Now people who know me know you can't shut me up. I'll speak in a minute. I'll speak up. I'll be bold. I'll advocate for others when others can't. They told me I would never be able to speak publicly. And one day, I had this teacher when I was in 6th grade. And they had chosen me to go to a private school. And I couldn't believe it because I was one of those people who were in that, the little short bus. See, y'all might be too young for that. I was one of those people that was in the little trailer that they had in the back that had to go to special classes because I had a stutter. And so I would go back there for these special classes. So I didn't believe in myself. I thought, okay, I would never be anything different. And this teacher pulled me aside when I was in the 6th grade. And she said, we as the faculty have seen something in you, and we are going to be recommending that you get to go to this private school. And I couldn't believe it. And she said to me, don't allow others to define your future. Don't allow others to tell you who you are, and especially don't allow them to remind you of your past. And it was at that moment that my script was flipped, because I, in my mind, began to see myself differently because someone else saw something in me. And I began to see myself speaking to groups of people. I began to believe that I could reach my goals and heights that were beyond my current circumstances. So I stand here as a witness today to tell you that you can come against all the odds. I don't care what people tell you. I don't care what you've been. I don't care what you've done. I don't care what you believed about yourself. You can continue to achieve success and continue to reach your goals. You can move beyond your past and walk in your purpose and soar beyond your wildest beliefs. You can and will beat the odds, and you can be your biggest cheerleader. I want to tell you congratulations on graduating one of the toughest programs ever. See, I got a PhD, and some of the stuff that you had to go through to get this, I didn't have to go through. You got a PhD in this. You were able to reach heights that some people never could. So don't count yourself out, because this was a vigorous program. You had to write your dissertations, read your papers, do all the rest of it in order to get in the seat where you are now. When your mind begins to tell you, I can't, it's too much, that I can't deal with this, I want you to shut those thoughts out and remember yourself sitting here. You are the reason why I, Dr. Moore, decided to start my own agency. It was because I was counted out. I was against the odds. People saw me as a failure. They said that I would always be in the system because I was a foster child. But I gained the ability to believe in myself when no one else can. And I want you to do the same, and remember my words. I am no better than you. You can do it too. You've done it. Continue to thrive and go against all odds. Keep pushing, and God bless you. Thank you.
And you see why we always have Dr. Moore, well, not always, but we like to have her be a participant in the things that we do, because she always brings that extra element that it might be missing. Because you look at some of us and think that, oh, they have it made and never want to have to go through anything. And then you hear that everybody didn't have it easy. And so that's also a way to be motivated. You never know what anyone has gone through just by looking at them. So we do want to acknowledge the fact of, again, that we are in her beautiful facility and that she has also been able to grace us with a wonderful word this evening. And also she helped us when we had a COVID workshop a few weeks ago. And she also spoke and gave a lot of good wisdom, a lot of good advice and everything. So we just wanted to acknowledge you, Doc. If you want to come up here, we have a little something for you.
Oh, I didn't expect this.
And it says, in honor of Dr. Martina Moore and her dedication to the Greater Cleveland Drug Court. I'm sure you have a million of them, but. Oh, thank you. All right, so this is a celebration, but unfortunately we did have a bit of sadness. A lot of you did know Dean Curran. He was one of our drug court participants, and he lost his life a few weeks ago. So in memory of Dean Curran, can we all give a moment of silence? Thank you. All right, so we presented the certificates, and so we're going to have closing remarks, but before we do the closing remarks, we want to acknowledge all the wonderful people who made this possible. So if you are part of this team, could you come up to the front? Everybody, Mr. Berman, Mr. Torres, all our care providers, Wallace, everybody. I want everybody in TV land and everyone to see who all these people are. And even ask if they want to say anything. 'Cause I don't think we give them an opportunity to really address the group like this and an occasion like this. And so, these are the wonderful people that make my job very easy because, they do all the heavy lifting. And so I try to be the motivator and all that. And of course you have to see me because this is a court program. But behind the scenes is where all the sausage is made. So, and this is a great thing. So I'm gonna just pass the mic down. They can introduce themselves so people who don't know who these great people are, they can see who these great people are. And I'll start with my drug court coordinator, the wonderful Miss Emily Gibbs. You can say thank you.
Thank you. I'm Emily Gibbs. Congratulations again to all the graduates. I know I didn't work very closely with many of you, but I do deeply care about you, and I know a lot about you that you might not know I know from your case managers.
Hi, I'm Riva Weinstock. I'm one of the case managers with More Counseling, and congratulations, guys. You worked really hard, and you got here.
Hello everybody, I am Ashley. I'm a counselor at More Counseling. I am very proud of all of you. Keep continuing to strive for success in your lives. I know you can do it.
Hello everyone, my name is Antonio Conway. I'm a counselor here and supervisor at More Counseling. And I feel a little bit like Emily. At different stages in your journey, I've been there. I've heard from you when you called, whether when you called in, I took your call, or even if coming to give a UA. So I got a chance to know you all. And I just want to say to you that we believe in you. And what's happening today, I think Judge Moore said it earlier, what's happening today gives us a lot of hope that what we do really matters. And so thank you for giving us this evidence today that our work does not go in vain. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Jose Torres. I am an assistant county prosecutor. Usually nobody thanks the prosecutor. And I get it, because usually I'm trying to, I have a lot of experience with people in death row, and some offenses usually where I'm trying to keep the person, send them to the institution. However, this is a different thing. Here, I would say it's my favorite part. We, the defense attorney and I, we work as a team. And like the Dr. Moore said, that somebody saw something on her. We saw something on you. But you're the ones walking. We just helped you. We all get to where we are with the help of somebody. We're not doing it all by ourselves. We got help. You're the ones that did the walk. You got here. I will tell you this, I've seen many people that never made it to get in the program, had no interest in getting into the program. Many people that made it to the program but didn't finish. You did. We're very proud of you. Thank you.
I'm Kevin Berman. I'm the public defender for I'm an assistant public defender for Cuyahoga County, and I work in the recovery courts, including this one. And I have to tell you, it's very exciting for me, and I share this all the time, to see people who complete our program and go on. It's exciting to see Hallie here. It's exciting to see Brandy here, Amanda, and everybody else. And I want to tell you something. I was out for breakfast with a friend of mine the other day, and he was telling me about his brother. And he said his brother didn't start college until even 5 years after high school, because he wanted to goof around, he wanted to do this, he wanted to that. And then he says, you know what though? He was an Iranian. He says the Iranian proverb, all fish is fresh when you catch it. So don't think about where you've been. Think about you caught the fresh fish today, and you got your life ahead of you. And if you ever need anything, you all have my phone number. You're always welcome to give me a call. Bless you all. Thank you.
I'm Wallace Green, treatment coordinator for the city of Cleveland, also work with drug court. I want to congratulate everybody. I also work with the alumni group, so I will be calling you, okay? And I hope that you will give back what was freely given to you, okay? Again, it's about paying it forward, and I'll just leave you with this. Always remember, it's easier to act your way into right thinking than it is to think your way into right acting, okay? So what you did, just keep doing it. There's nothing to think about. There's plenty to do, okay? Just continue to do what you've done, okay? And good luck.
Thank you. My name is Alicia King, and I am the drug court liaison for Northern Ohio Recovery Association. I am highly honored to be here today, to be in this audience with all of the great people that helped you along the way. To Tamisa, to Hallie, you guys are miracles, so thank you.
Okay, I know it's not in our program, but typically the public defender has a motion that I'm supposed to grant. You want to say what your motion is, Mr. Berman?
On behalf of those graduates eligible, we're asking that their cases be expunged, marked dismissed, expunged, and sealed.
No objection.
To which the judge replies, so be it. So ordered. Amen. All right, very good. Thank you all so much. Can we have a hand for our team, please? And thanks again for our interpreters unit who are here, for people who need to have an interpretation of what's going on here. And let's see, channel 20 in the back. And I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see who all is here. But if anyone else is here who would like to address the graduates and the people in TV land, we have a family member, a supporter who wants to say anything for the good of the order. Is there anyone? No? Okay, well, I know that you probably are very proud of your individual person who you are here to support and to the class as a whole. And so I would just convey that message. Everyone here is so very proud of you. And again, please keep up the good work. If there are any issues, make sure you call somebody. Use your tools. Everybody's supposed to maintain a sponsor. And of course, you know, Wallace said follow up with the alumni group and all that. And we're going to have some really fascinating things going on in the year 2022. And we're going to make sure that you know about it, because you are always welcome to come out and support, come out and participate in anything that we do. When we do the yoga on the beach, please come. Even though you're a graduate, come on over and do the yoga on the beach and all the other things that we're going to do. And so, maybe we should do a newsletter. I'm just coming up with all these different ideas. But we do want to make sure we stay in touch. Again, a lot of you are shy today. You don't want to say anything, but that doesn't mean that somebody won't be calling and say, hey, you're a graduate, you've got a year sober. Would you come in and just say hi at a graduation or some other event? So, we want to keep you in the fold, and that's really, really important. So we're not cutting the apron ties exactly. We're loosening them a little, but we do know that sobriety is a lifelong effort, and so please consider the Greater Cleveland Drug Court as part of your family that you can go back to and say, hey, I'm struggling, what can I do? That's what we're here. We are a resource. We are a community resource. And so it's not just for people who are in right now, it's for people who have ever been in our drug court. We're like the Marines. We don't want to leave anybody behind, graduate or not. Okay, does everybody hear that? Can I get a thumbs up? You all, okay? All right, thumbs up. Okay, thank you so much for attending our 70th graduation. We appreciate you all, and everyone have a great evening. Be safe. COVID is still here. So let's be careful out there. We don't want anybody to get sick. And again, I think it's a testament to you all that you're still here because of, the COVID made things very difficult. And I think Dr. Moore made that clear when we had the COVID workshop. And so the fact that you were able to maintain that sobriety and maintain that contact and everything during these horrible times that we're having, that even says much more for you. So again, congratulations, everybody, and we'll see you at the 71st.